This is Grant Putnam Landscaping. I'm at 24 Overbrook Lane. Just wanted to review our conversation from a few minutes ago in regards to general plant health and lawn around the property. So these are all Leyland cypress. All right, so you got a group here on this corner of the driveway, a group on the other corner. These all have to be cut back, all right, along with the other evergreens in your property. So these arborvitae, the evergreens in the back, everything has to be trimmed. And then this way you won't keep on losing a lot of the lower branches from lack of sunlight. All right, I would remove this dogwood tree because it's rotten. The hemlocks have to be sprayed to prevent hemlock woolly adelgid and hemlock scale, two very common insect issues. They do have some hemlock scale on these currently. You've got a bunch of perennials along the wall here. All the perennials in the property can be cut back. A couple months ago, they can be cut back in the late fall. And then this way they'll all regrow in the spring. All right. Overall kind of design, in my opinion, I would remove the hemlock trees, and then I'd end up putting a hedge of either flowering plants like a hydrangea, or an evergreen hedge like a boxwood, or a privet like you see over in the Hamptons between the properties. In between the two bigger groups of trees, I would have that. That would be my opinion. Then it'll block the lights from the cars driving by, and it would give you a little bit of privacy from the neighbor, but also it wouldn't make you feel like you're totally enclosed. So shrubs that maybe only grow, say, 4 to 7 feet tall along the wall there. I think that'd be a really nice feature. So that'd be my opinion. And then in the front of the house, again, I would rethink the landscaping so you have one cohesive feel. A lot of these shrubs are just kind of overgrown and it looks very piecemeal right now. So I would rethink the landscaping along the front of the house. Okay. And then I would fix certain landscape in the back where there's some problem areas, but that's more of a mix and match sort of patch job, and this is more of a rebuild for the front of the house. Okay. You'll notice a lot of the plants got crushed from the snow falling off the roof, so these should also be tied before the winter, something to think about. A lot of hydrangeas, a cherry tree here in the front. Cherry tree, I will continue to trim this every year. Okay. That's a bloodgood maple. So again, same thing. I'd probably cut that back and trim that back a little bit so it doesn't go too sprawling and too big. That's part of the tree trimming here. Okay. So for the backyard, these are called emerald green arborvitaes. These are roughly 7 to 8 feet tall. These you might carry down through here and connect over here. So that's like another, call it 14 linear feet. And this way you can block the generator. So that's a potential project you might decide you want to do. I would transplant this dogwood tree because you'll see it's already on top of your arborvitae. So I'd move that and relocate it because that's going to grow about 10 times the size of what you see now. All right. Liriope is really nice. That's the ground cover. That's a nice feature. These are all green giant arborvitaes. You got some viburnum back here, maximum rhododendrons, hydrangeas, American holly. This tree is going to have to get removed because it's hazardous. I remove the juniper if I were you. I think that looks out of place. All right, and then I would potentially just add more hydrangeas or another flowering plant, maybe perhaps a little shorter so you don't block all the sunlight to the arborvitae in the back row. Okay. That's a Stewartia tree. It's one of my favorite trees. And this looks pretty nice. There's a dogwood back in the corner. Got some ornamental grasses here. Those can get cut back. Spirea over there. Mophead hydrangeas. Spirea. Green velvet boxwood hedge here and there and there. Magnolia tree here. And you have all blue maid or blue princess hollies along that edge. That looks nice. Arborvitaes. Paperbark maple. These are all heuchera. There's heuchera over there as well. These are astilbe. Red twig dogwood. This looks nice. Lavender is here, but you need to add a couple more vines for these two trellises on either side. The lawn's in decent shape. You're starting to get some weed infestation, so I'll give you a quote on that as far as lawn fertilizing. Here's a really shady area. You can see actually what's happening is these are growing towards the sunlight and they're flopping down on top of the lawn. That's why the lawn is dead along this side. Okay. I'll give you a tree guide too, get a quote on that. Take that tree down. Maybe he'll give you a better price. Eventually I would not keep this arborvitae here. It doesn't make any sense. This tree is gonna grow way too big and it's gonna look out of place. So as part of this, again, re-landscaping, I would transplant this elsewhere in the property. It doesn't make sense leaving it there. So that's it. We'll chat soon. Thanks for the opportunity.